you get it kind of in the inset, I mean, they're going to run that down.
Yeah.
Right? I really think that you should be able to hit that ball out.
Wayne is Darvis. How's it going, Darvis? What's up, George? How's it going, Tim? Nico, Will, Cam. How's it going, guys? How's everyone doing? What's up, Talon?
Hey, for all y'all, we're working with Mariners hitter Jordan Cowan here, right? We're just working with getting him more power as well as getting him to stay through the ball more. So we're messing with the swing that's early right now. I want you to be able to take this with the hand move, but
Como está, Darvis?
don't try to place it.
How's it going, Sugar? How's it going, Pepper?
Okay, top spin, right? Top spin. Top spin because your front foot is not in there. Remember, you always have to sequence it so it's neutral.
So for everyone just joining in now, this is Jim Park with former Mariners, Mariners hitter Jordan.
There you go. Better, right?
How's it going, everybody? How's it going, Henry? How's it going, IPAC? What's up, Isaac?
Okay.
Azook, what's up, dude? How's it going, Coach? How's it going, Elm Alvarez? I see you. How's it going? What's up, Tom? Tom Linator. How you doing, man? My name's Thomas, too. How's it going, Dallas Wickerland? If you guys have any hitting questions, today's a really good day.
Do you feel like you're too light on your front foot?
I feel like for the purpose.
I've got MLB pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays and for the White Sox right here in front of us. This is Jim Park, and then right over here we've got Mariners hitter Jordan. So we've got some pros here.
So
what's up, Frank Garcia, coach? What's up, Tim? What's up, MVP? Tristan, Leisure. How's it going?
There's too many people that think you got to be light, and I get that.
How's everyone on Facebook doing?
Right? The problem is like, in being
oh, Isaac, I'm sorry. Let me. Oh, Sneaker Nation.
To defend more.
You got it, Steven. Isaac, you're doing it right now.
Should be hit out of the park.
My bad, man. My life's kind of crazy.
If you're even or behind, potentially not. So I would rather see an action where you're stomping with your front foot, but your head's not moving. I don't want to see that much head movement, but your lower.
What's up, Eduardo?
And we also talked. We're not going to.
Oh, there we go, Tom. Hell yeah.
No, it's just like a strong move forward.
Right. Not so bad. Better.
Hands just ain't back enough.
You know where I don't know. They're probably back in there. Now, did you hear how your foot hit and then you go?
Yeah.
So I love the mats because you can actually hear your foot. And
Ray, Prospect U is going to be here a little later. Right now, we're just doing a one-on-one hitting session.
Early.
Feel that? Early. My hands don't get back. It's really when I come out.
Your hands all the way back. What'd you do wrong?
Light the front foot.
So
it's like toe to heel, not just full foot.
Yo, how's everyone on Facebook doing?
Load, okay. Making sure that your head doesn't.
What's up,
move.
Foot Show?
You do this. This is what you do.
How's it going, Ivan 519?
Right. So when you're going, when I'm watching, you're doing this. Right. See that? And that right there probably takes off 30 percentage points right there, just alone on your ability to stay above the ball and do all the things you need to do.
Don't sink,
just stay above and stay away from the ball, right? Stay away from the.
Hola, Eduardo. How's it going? Thanks, Todd. How's it going, man?
Stay away.
Yo, Ivan, that's right. Kent Washington, Ivan.
Top spin, right? Now, do you feel like you're like this on that?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think that
taller.
is?
I just feel like I got kind of disconnected from it.
Well, why do you feel that? You think?
I was going to say my linear drive wasn't very well. It was kind of like light with my front foot.
Yeah, you're just light, right?
Yeah.
Because ultimately, this is outside, so you get to this with a stronger move.
Correct.
Stay away from the ball. There you go. Good or bad?
Good.
I still feel like you're...
As far as still a little sinking.
Yeah. And I feel like you're here on that rather than there. This is home run. This is fly out.
Correct. You're talking about more that, right? Like really.
Well, yeah, because I want to see.
Thanks,
that
John.
last angle here. I really want to see that to get to it, rather than I think you're doing that to get to it, right?
So what I think to try and really think like
Throw your barrel more. That outside pitch, guys, big league hitters and power hitters, a lot of hitters talk about throwing the barrel more like that, right? Stay tall and away. Throw it. Better, right?
Yeah.
Better. Tall and away. No good. But here's the thing, right? And I think you can see one is home run and one is
Sneaker Nation. You can actually just visit VeloProBaseball.com, and we've got everything you'll want to see and find on VeloPro, including purchase information. So just visit VeloProBaseball.com, Sneaker.
What'd you do wrong?
light with my front foot.
Yep.
100%. All right.
Okay. What I think needs to. You tell me where you're feeling, because you get some where it's like that thing's gone.
Yeah.
It's freaking gone, right? And then you get some where it's the same exact pitch, but then you have topspin, or it's just a single, and that's because you figure, okay, you got three that you're going to do well with.
Yeah.
Well, you need to hit at least one of them regardless of a home run. If I'm as a pitcher, if I'm going to make a mistake, you need to make me pay, not with a little single. Right?
I would say ideally it's probably with what for me it would be like our stride, but like what you're talking about, like our loadout. I feel like it's really inconsistent.
Yeah.
The timing of it, I should say. Timing of it is different on some swings.
Yeah.
It's inconsistency. That's all.
Now, do you feel like you're too slow with the back hip?
Too slow on my back hip.
Yeah.
Like when I attack the baseball.
Yeah, when you're with your drive.
Oh, with my drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'd feel slow. But the old terminology, I slow feet, fast hands type feeling.
See, there is that aspect. I get that. But you could also just move quicker and under control, where you're just moving quicker. You don't need to be violent here. It's just move quicker, right? So instead of being nice and slow, put it down and then go. It's just move quicker and then push.
Sneaker Nation,
right?
The best thing you can do there then is email us at info@veloprosports.com or info@veloprobaseball.com, Sneaker. And we've got some really great people who will help you out.
So it's this. And then you go.
How's it going, Matthew?
I see that action where you're going here and then rotating, and it should actually be here, continue, and then rotate. And that's when that back foot starts to do that action.
Really sharp.
Yeah. You know how you see all these hitters where they're swinging like that?
Yeah.
It's not because they land and go. You can't do it, right? Because that would be opposite.
Yeah.
That's wrong. They were actually going here, continually going, and then doing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Okay. So
That's
just
how it goes.
continue the linear movement in the beginning of the swing.
Yeah. Go slow with it. So start off through your heels and then land. Okay. Now, did you see how you just dropped on everything?
Yeah.
You should still be upright here. Boom. There. And then you keep going with your hands back here, right? You feel how that works? That action, right? That action.
Thanks, Jonah.
And then you go. And then go. There it is. That's Gonzo.
Yeah.
And they say as pitchers,
Matthew,
don't know
I'll get your question answered right after this one-on-one session.
Let's just work.
Thanks for the question, man.
Let's stay tall. Let's start out from above. Go into a land. Push the hips forward. Then go. There it is. Little behind it.
Yeah.
Now the
Little
difference.
bit like just ding it.
It's not your upper half. It's your lower half. The difference was you just stopped and then rotated. It's right. The forward move brings, I feel for most hitters, the forward move initiates the swing. I don't feel that this initiates the swing, right? A lot of guys incorrectly teach it where they go, okay, to initiate the swing, we got to start our rotation, and then all of that torque brings it. But what happens is I think it flattens and it gets you whippy. I think that this action, the continued forward move, starts to drop you into that slot, if you want, so to speak. Because that's what I saw from the big league mound. When I would throw, I mean, I couldn't actually see it every single time, but I kept seeing that front hip continually coming at me, right? And you see it.
Young Ivan, we're not taking any questions right now. We will be right after this. We're doing a one-on-one right now with Mariners hitter Jordan at the moment.
And then go. Yeah. Better?
That's a good one, Sneaker. That's a good one, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Now don't stop. Just do it slow motion. And then
And then keep going.
Stay tall. It's going to be bad already.
That's bad.
What do you think?
Everything's
Sinking. Don't sink. So when you go, right, when we're going, don't be that. It's just this guy right here. So you can be short and then boom, right? Now you
The
sink.
problem is I was trying to figure out with my leg kick. I like my leg kick because it's a timing mechanism.
Thanks, Rafiki.
But it's trying to the balance.
What's up, George?
To where I'm not falling.
Okay, go ahead and do it.
Thanks for stopping by, man.
Big leg kick. See how much your head moves?
Yeah.
You can't do that. So keep your head back. So when you're doing it, you want a big leg kick, right? Whatever you want, big leg kick. See how my head doesn't move? I'm trying to make sure that my head doesn't move in that. It's going to move slightly, but yours is doing that.
Okay.
Right? Stay heel. There you go. And then bring it through. There it is. Better, right?
Yeah.
Jordan, what's your last name again?
Count.
Count.
Good?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Now what you're doing is you just
shout out, definitely.
Flip it, right? Which is what
Shout
we
out to
want.
Connor or Carter 12567.
Pop up your head and move to it. Remember, the more that I can stay behind with the equal and opposite, the better it is. Obviously, we don't do it like that.
Yeah.
If we bring them together, then we have issues. Good. Good. Very good. Now try to put it together and just hit it. Hand move back.
That was really good.
Pretty solid there. I can't ask for much more. Consistent. That's Gonzo.
Yeah. That's it. Well, I was talking about last night, that 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You just put it all together.
See, I really feel that you're now getting that, which is gone compared to single.
Right? I think there's sometimes where it's like connection,
Yeah.
and there's just none of that oomph in
Thanks,
it.
Ronnie. Thanks,
And it's
Mendez.
all I just roll.
It's just it's a dead swing, as I call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That'd be a good way to put it.
For you at home, if you're watching, if you want juice, you got to have that extra. This portion, this is a $10 million swing they call in pro ball, because you put this into the stands on the pull side, you make $10 million, right? So obviously we're talking about power. So this, in order to hit this, you can't have a dead swing where you're just bringing it here and going. You actually have to have barrel width because you're going to use the biggest portions of the field, right? This can't be pulled down the line, but it's going to go between second baseman and second base for a lefty, and shortstop and second base for the righty. When you're ahead in the count, when you're behind, you're not.
How's it going, Mendez?
No good. Drift, right?
Sneaker, yeah. I think.
Don't gain ground. There it is. Free and easy. And now, if you can do the same thing.
Buenos dias, Mendez.
Put this bad boy probably right here.
Keep the same.
You keep your head back. So keep your head back and your weight away from the ball.
I love baseball
Stay away from the
too.
ball.
Probably not as much as these guys though.
Gonna get your wind.
For anyone new joining, we've got former MLB pitcher Jim Park on the Tampa Bay Rays and White Sox, and we've got Mariners hitter Jordan right now doing a one-on-one from Venezuela. How's it going, man? We're out of Kent, Washington right now.
I feel like that's what I have the most trouble with is the inside pitch and not only driving it to right, but not keeping it fair to right.
Yeah.
Because if I do hit it fair, it's usually on the ground. It's not driven, over their head or through the seats.
No, I mean that one's into the stands, for sure. And everyone's gonna be like, "Well, you're hit." Dude, no one cares as long as you keep that fair. Especially to hit a ball. I think 95 there. A lot of times you can't hit that being like this. You rarely see that. A lot of times guys corkscrew and get this way because you got to clear your hips so much.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you clear your hips. So for you people at home, when you try to clear your hips early to get to that inside, and say you're on your backside, or even if you've got good posture, if you don't have a good hand move, the ball goes foul, and as a pitcher, we're like, thank you. So you have to make sure your hand move is heavy when you clear your hips for this. And that's why having a big hand move is great for every hitter, whether it's inside, outside, power hitter, contact. It's gone again.
Thanks, Mendez.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Sneaker, off the top of my head, I'm not totally sure. I'm pretty sure, Sneaker, that you're talking about the Latin American Baseball Classic, right?
So show everybody at home when you don't have a big hand move how that ball goes foul here. Just have a small hand move. See where we're going? Right? Now if you have a big hand move, the same movement with the head and the body and everything, watch how it stays fair and it's gonzo. There you go, right? And a lot of people don't, virtually nobody understands that or teaches that. The reason why they haven't been on a field, right? Not to say that you can't learn this without being on a field, but what I am saying is it sure accelerates the process to understand it. So here's the same pitch, and this is another part for y'all, which what we're trying to do with Jordan is there's the inside pitch on where his contact point is. Here's the outside pitch on the contact point. They're not big variances, so therefore hitting is much easier. Right? So it's going to be the same swing and same everything. He's just going to drive with his hands here to throw his barrel more. There you go. Same pitch, our same result, just that's probably over second baseman there?
Yeah.
Gonzo over second base rather than down the line as long as he has a big hand. Now don't have a big hand move, and this is why everyone would tell you, you got to hit this the other way.
Okay, so you try and do that.
No. Just don't have a big hand
Carter,
move.
you want a shutout this time? I got you a shutout.
And we'll show you why people think like.
As in, like you put shutout. Like I'm not trying to block you or something crazy.
See it every time. If you don't have a big hand move, you're taking the barrel with you, and then you're going to roll on this pitch every single time.
Correctly?
No, incorrect. Same thing. Now you might be able to hit this. I'm not saying, but a lot of times you're going to roll. Now if you have a big hand move, it's gone. There it is. That's not gonzo, but that's off the wall pretty close. Same thing. That's good, man. Big hand move.
Wow.
So
that's my body.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sneaker, I'm not really sure off the top of my head. If you can check bigleagueedge.com and then go to under teams, we have an entire tab dedicated to the Latin American Baseball Classic, as you can get an insane amount of information on it from there. What's up, Carter?
I actually feel like getting everything in front of me too with like extension. Like everyone says, right? You want to get extended. When you got a bomb, it's like he got extended well.
See, I feel like because tell me if I'm wrong. More hitters have told me, or I hear them, they say they feel the extension is here, right? But
what's up, Gory?
That's the extension.
Yeah, I agree.
Compared to this. Like so many people say this is extension. That is actually
it is.
That's not. I mean, that's dead swing extension. I don't know what you would call it. That's extension.
Like especially on the away pitch, you see it the best. Because I don't know, but for me at least, when I know I stay extended well.
What's up, Sizzle?
Right? Except maybe I can't go deeper, so it's a left center. But I can literally feel It's almost like I'm here and you almost just stop your swing because you got so extended. There's no reason to keep wrapping it. Chase Utley's so good at it, right? Like, he gets so extended.
You see that top hand really come through.
Exactly.
The barrel really points. I always remember that. If I threw this pitch, I'll just be yelling, "Look out!" Because I know this thing's gonzo. And I always remember guys being there like that, where they're just straight down, and the barrel is just. I mean, it's just pointing at shortstop.
Yeah, exactly. Inside pitch, same thing. It's like if you don't get that and you do, there's no chance. Absolutely. You gotta hope it falls away too.
Stay away from it. Top up.
Thanks, Jose Daniel.
Whatever.
What's up, V-Sizzle?
I move forward with my head.
Wrap. So what's happening is your head's moving too much. Whenever your head gains ground or it drops, you
I feel
don't
like
have
I'm doing
the right
fine
balance.
here, but when I'm doing that extra linear, I'm bringing my head with me and not keeping it in this portion.
It's all right. You're dropping. So remember, when you step, you should still be in that good strong step above the ball. There it is. Very good. I'm going to move the ball a little lower here. Okay. Probably flatten it out to where it's in the power here. Pop up.
Same thing with the head move.
Good color. You see how a pro guy will work, right? He's not going to, a younger guy or an unproven hitter is going to get in here, get more frustrated or more reps. Give me more reps. Pro guy or a proven guy is going to get out, think. Now he's going to concentrate on one thing, which he knows specifically why the ball is not, he's either wrapping, it's still base hit, that's still one, well, it's a pop-up. But he knows why he's not taking this pitch and capitalizing and turning this into a bomb, right? Because it should be. This pitch should be hit out of the park every single time it BP. Every single time if you're at this level. Oh boy! There it is. What'd you do there?
Just really focus on, you know, when you get tired, so to speak, I'll say, like, I feel like I'm getting tired and getting lazy with it. It's really like keeping that core tight and it's just like keeping everything as long as you can. It's really easy to feel comfortable and move into the pitch, but it's like trying to throw like on the front side
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the difference, right? I throw righty, hit lefty, so I think that makes sense of that move to back because I don't do it on an everyday basis like I throw.
I agree. One of the things that this is going to help you with is your approach. Now you're not going to be committed. You're not pot committed all the time on that pitch. You can be more patient and be, hey, I'm committed, now I can really be violent. All right, I'm good, right? You see what I'm saying? And you're not, because as soon as you drop or you start moving, your brain goes, let's go, right?
And I feel like this is showing too, for guys at home, it's like, you're never going to be perfectly on time. Yes, ideally we want this to be on time. If I was hitting this ball a little deeper, now we're still, you know, depending on your power, that's a double in the gap now, in the left center gap. But, you know, obviously, the whole goal is to be on time.
Drop. It is. Good. All day long. All day long. And here's the cool part. You can put that ball, that plate out a little further, the tee, and he'd still get it. And that helps with understanding the variances because, like you said, you're not going to be on time. Sure, you're probably on time, maybe every 10 at bats, one swing out of 10 at bats, where it's just perfect, right? So you got to have the variances on. I can still hit this pitch out. I can still get on this pitch, and I could potentially get on this pitch. But when we're just like we got to be perfect, forget it. So if you're watching at home, that's the prime example of out and home run. And you'd see a guy on TV running back, right? right? Because he knows he missed it.
I would say slightly, very slightly would be my move forward.
It's that much, guys. Yeah, that much with the head. It's just your head. That's all it is. Don't go at it with your head. Keep your hands to it. There it is.
Sorry, Sneaker. I'm trying to be quiet so everyone can hear. I had some people complaining that it was hard to hear with me talking. We've got 4 different streams going. But you can find information on how much a private hitting lesson costs with Jim on our website as well. We actually have an entire tab dedicated to just private lessons. How's it going, Matt? How's it going, Wendy? Welcome to the stream, guys. For anyone new joining in just now, we've got former MLB pitcher Jim Parque, pitched for Tampa Bay Rays and the White Sox, doing a private hitting session with Mariners hitter Jordan.
Feeling of just a contact and then it swings over.
I see your barrel getting in the zone about right here. Right? And then it stays through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. What did you do wrong? So even though that ball's hit pretty good, I still feel it's a little of that.
Yeah.
What's up, Grill?
I agree. Absolutely.
There it is. Now here's where you get more juice at home. You keep the same stuff, but you have a bigger hand move. So take it further back, just exaggerate it. And then you get bigger hand move, and then you can hear whoosh right here, right? But that's kind of one of those things. As a hitter, you kind of have to decide, especially at the pro level, you can't just go all in with power, because then we just start flipping you curveballs, or we start dropping the ball a little lower on you, you know? So there's kind of a give and take, and that's your training process. It's got to be dynamically balanced, and that's the key, right? So when you're watching Jordan...
Hi, Ricky. Hi, Kevin.
You want to make sure that this hand move is proportionate to the front move, which would be his back hip. So if you watch those, go ahead and get out of whack. Watch the disproportions. If he had a big hand move and a small lower half move where he just rotated with a big hand move, and watch what happens. See what I'm saying? So you're whipping, right? It's out of proportion. It's exaggerated, but virtually a ton of hitters hit that way. Incorrectly, young guys. And then if we had no hand move with the big lower half move, you see the ball, you see what happens, right? And usually the ball goes that way, or it gets what we call the cancer in youth baseball and the internet hitting gurus of hit the ball the other way, right, and go, and the ball just dies over there. You do have to hit this the other way, guys. Don't get me wrong. You do. But I'm going to give you a stat, right, and you'll confirm it. With one strike or less at the pro level, we'll use big league level, 70% of the time, it's a little over 70% of the time, pitchers start away. But in one strike or less counts, which are hitting counts, those hitters are pulling the ball over 70% of the time. So if pitchers, right, he's left-handed, pitchers with one strike or less are going away on Jordan and all the pitchers 70% of the time. 7 out of 10 times he's going to see a pitch on the outside. But yet 7 out of 10 times these guys are pulling this pitch. It is going opposite of what you're being taught. And I get a lot of flack on that, but bottom line is, yeah, you shouldn't pull this pitch, but you should, as a hitter, show me that you can put this out of the park. You're not going to put this out of the park consistently that way. Am I right?
Correct.
Unless you're like 6'8" and all you got to do is do that. But how many of those guys there are, right?
Yeah.
You've got to be able to drive this ball into that between second and second baseman, or short and second out of the park.
And I feel like if you may, like if I can add on, Jim, it's like us like pull this baseball is just as bad as like trying to hit the ball the other way. We never actually force a ball to go in certain direction. Would you agree? Like,
For sure.
You being late is what makes the ball go the other way, and you being super early is what makes you really pull the ball to the line. And then what you do throughout the swing is what keeps the balls fair or foul, I would say.
For sure.
Better you're through the zone, I could be super late, I still have a chance. That's what the really great hitters are able to do. The yellow guys like that.
Yeah. More balls are being used on the pull side, but yet more balls are being thrown on the outside. It makes no sense, but yet you guys are all being taught, hit the ball the other way. Well, at some point in the game, you're not going to have a job, because guys like this will come in, or other dudes will come in who can take this and turn this into the $10 million pitch. You have to be able to put this into the stands over here. You have to, if you're going to play pro ball. Or for guys who don't have as much power in pro ball, you got to be able to show me as a pitcher. If I make a mistake, it's not a single. I'm losing the ball game, or some runs are scored. Right? That's why you're a pro hitter.
That's right, Wendy. Jordan Cohen today.
Good. Right? What you do?
Thanks for the comment, Daniel. How's it going, TJ?
Don't move your head on it. Your head back. There it is. Now that's a pop-up, but it's still pretty good.
No, that's good.
Yeah. I shouldn't say a pop-up. Here's a prime example. You get a great pitch, you fly out, you get pissed off. You're only going to be successful 3 out of 10 times. Put you in the hall. That's good. I'll take that one. I'll take that. That's got the right trajectory. That's got true spin. It's got true spin. Behind it. That's it right there. Hits from wide.
Yeah.
Bigger hand move now. Hold on. Two here. Try to spin on neutral. There it is. Perfect.
I just didn't get that whip. I feel like it was just like dragging.
So when you go more neutral, it takes longer for your swing to produce. So you just have to be more patient, right? Don't get up on the accelerator until you're firmly planted.
Playing out, I was going to say.
What's up, Yang? What's up, Day?
Here's a good example. Even a pro hitter, when you change one little thing, it really screws you up. It'll probably be another few weeks before you can actually get this. Because what's happened is we've moved his hands about that much. Now they're more neutral going to the back, which changes all of the counterbalancing. Keep going. You can see a sequencing. Ball isn't getting off the bat as much, even though that ball's hit pretty good. It's just different. Go to regular. And that's when you guys get mechanical training. How they don't tell you. Here we are. We're back to regular. It's not the actual hand move. It's how the hand move is in proportion with all the other movements that are required to swing the bat properly. So getting back to your mechanics, when you get all these mechanical changes, they don't tell you that one mechanical change like we just did screws everything else up, or a portion of everything else. Then you've got to spend time fixing that, this, and that, and it just goes wrong. So what you want to really concentrate is lower half, because the upper half follows the lower half. Find where it's comfortable. That's what we're doing. We're finding where it's comfortable for him, and then we're working the lower half. Then the upper half pretty much stays there. Now, granted, we have the hand move. Those are the finer details, but that's truly... Yeah.
So would you say, am I just going early?
Yeah, so on that hand move when you're neutral, you start it with, right? It's just because it doesn't feel locked in, right? It just feels like it's floating. I wouldn't mess with the hand move anymore. I would stay where you're at, because where it feels comfortable, because it can't get much better, right? It's going to go further based upon you just pushing harder. That's all it is. Fly out. Yeah, head, right? Keep your head away from the ball. Good. Good in. Come boy. I love the barrel whip on it.
You know, I feel like you're saying, it's just getting it so faster. Quicker.
Try to pull this one more. Like really get up on it and pull it. Just keep your head back. See how you can do it right there. Now it really goes.
That one's actually a good test. Like,
Yeah.
'cause usually that shit, sorry, excuse my language, but that stuff's like ground ball.
It's for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And most guys it would be.
Yeah.
So if you went at that slightly, just with your head a little, because it's outside and you go, that's the rollover. No matter what you do, it's a rollover. There's nothing you can do. Good. So here's where you guys at home need to understand. This pitch here is not pulled. Okay, this low and outside pitch is not pulled. That's not the $10 million pitch. This is the $10 million. This is not. This is the pitcher's pitch. You still got to be able to hit this, right? This one is, hey, we're lucky as hitters to be able to get a double out of this. This is usually a series. If you get a home run out of this, well, then you're probably like Mike Trout, right? I mean, there's very few guys in the history of the game that can put this ball out of the park consistently. But same thing. You hit it the same way.
How's it going, Edwin? How's it going, Jonathan?
Perfect.
Oh, 68, 261. I see you. How's it going, man? What's up, Ant? What's up, NY?
Through the middle, you can go a little elbow. You might be able
Chris.
to pull it a little.
What's up, Joey? Oh, lights the pitch. What's up, man? Welcome back. For all the new people joining in, just so you guys know, we've got one-on-one hitting right now with Jordan Cohen. He's a hitter for the Mariners. And we've got Jim Parque here with us doing the coaching session. Former Tampa Bay and White Sox pitcher. So, got some good stuff right here.
Stay behind it more. Okay. So if you're watching, you see nothing but perfect. That's what you're supposed to do with that. Drive that ball up the middle, get your single. Maybe you hit it over second base or short. You get your double because it keeps going. But that one right there is trying to do too much with the ball, right? We just want to make sure that our head stays away from every single pitch, what we call keep distance. If you hear good hitting coaches will yell at you, stop closing the gap. That means that you're going this way, but you're closing the gap. You want to keep distance away from you and the ball, as much distance, and throw the barrel. The more distance you have, obviously there's a time where there's too much distance, but you want to hit with your hands. All right, here we go.
Yo, that's right, Chris. You know it, man. What's up, Brody? How's it going?
Dude, there's no way you've seen that before.
No shot.
That looks good. That looks good, man.
I would be honestly slicing this ball to left. I got a perfect swing. Like when I start taking shortstop
Just
stand,
that
they
way?
kind of just ended up just fishful.
How's it going, Chasey?
We're single.
Chasey Chloe.
Not bad either, but
But now you
there's
can,
no
you,
chance.
now you
Or
can
maybe it's
go
just Chase Fly Chloe. I don't know.
Right?
You can go out. Okay, so show everybody right here. If you just had a slight head move at this, right? Just what you normally, how it would do this, or you get the rollover of that. There's nothing you can do. It just isn't. There it is. There's my 6-4-3 double play.
Brody, this is Jordan Cohen. He's a
Keep your
hitter
head
for the
back.
Mariners.
He's exaggerating it for you, but if you keep your head back, same
Good
pitch,
question.
Gonzo. Or close to it. Hey, I got a great swing on that. That ball's good. Which he's just told the pitcher if he got out on it, he's like, don't throw that pitch again. And the next time it comes up, we're like, hey, you got me pretty good on that one. I don't know where to go. And then we make a mistake, and that's when he really puts it out. Hit back. Good. Up, boy. Very good. 2 more.
What's up, Jay? Oh,
There it is.
awesome.
That's
Perfect,
the way
Chase.
Right there, buddy. Yeah.
Thanks for the clarification, dude. What brings you here today?
Hey, let me get you guys. Let me get 2 guys. All right, you guys are all. No. You guys are good. You guys are good. Grab some. Help you out.
No, it's good. I got it.
Are there any questions, guys? At
Guys,
home?
if you've got any questions, now is the time to ask. I know I saw a couple in here earlier, so guys, if you have any questions.
So, guys, basically, I pitched at the big league level for a lot of years, and I've had the ability to have, the opportunity to have 10, 15,000 big league at-bats on a mound, and then minor leagues and NC2A even more. But basically, it's given me a great understanding of what it takes to hit and what hitters do, right? If I throw that $10 million pitch, unfortunately, if I throw it, I turn around and I yell at everybody, look out, because that ball is smoked. If the guy does not hit that ball out of the park or make me pay for it in some way, he's not going to be at the big league or even the pro level for very long, let alone probably NC2A. That, if you ask most hitters where they want the pitch, it's that outer half up, right? And I've said it a million times. Now, granted, you have to hit the ball the other way. You've got to place the ball. You have to defend against the breaking ball. So there is, for sure, a lot of time and place where you've got to go the other way with the ball, right? Because the pitcher is in command. But when we're talking about the hitting counts, one strike or less, where we're aggressive as hitters, where we're eating fastball, we're hunting fastball. If you throw me a breaking ball and I miss it, or I let it go, I'm still alive because now it's only 2 strikes. When we're talking about those counts, it's being improperly taught, you still hit the ball the other way. So are you going to get your base hit? Yeah, you're going to get your base hit. Are you going to have the high batting average? Yeah. But are you going to get to the next level where we live? You really most likely will not, because you're going to have the guys who take those pitches and put them into the stands. And so how do you do this, right? They don't teach you this stuff because they don't know about it. They don't know that head placement on your load out, and more importantly, your stance is probably the most important aspect of setting your entire swing and approach up is your stance, right? People are like, just stand here and kind of, no, man, there's so many things that go into your stance. And basically, what I always tell everybody is, if you're going to sit down, would you sit down from standing up and then dropping down, or would it be harder to sit down from a kneeling position, right? Obviously, we know it's the kneeling position. So what I'm trying to say is, the better your starting position, the more opportunity you have to execute the action, right? So if we've got a great starting position, or we're driving through our heels, and we're not going at the ball with our front shoulder in our loadout, to some degree, you don't really need to teach the swing because the swing will always be there. Right? Kinesiology and scientific theorem, Newton's laws, energy principles, things that are proven, that are scientific fact, not theory, all state the same thing, which is this. It's basically, if you're trying to move energy, you have to have an equal and opposite reaction for it, right? And when we're trying to move energy up, we obviously have to have an opposite force. So proportions, dynamic balance, not balance, but dynamic balance, which is basically tug of war, right? So equal and opposite, creating one center or focal point along with the counterbalances. They all play into the ideal of your head is not what hits. It's your lower half. Your lower half has to be proportionate, and then if it's utilized at the right time, where it creates, supports, and sinks the energy, and the energy load moves up properly into the swing and the thrust, right? I mean, you talk about, whatever hitting.
We got a lot of questions too popping in just in general.
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to just start throwing out a couple. I'm going to try and do this in order, everyone. So
guys, we have 15 minutes, so we'll try to get through you.
Awesome. So first question from Jake Fawns, and he's asking, can we ask Jim, how do you work on swing and hip rotation personally?
Okay, so swing is a byproduct of lower half drive, right? So I always try to get the lower half proper, and then you don't rotate until your front heel, not front foot, front heel gets into the ground. That's why you always hear great hitting coaches are in a big league game. You guys hear the hitting coaches yelling, get your front foot down, get your front foot down, right? All right, that's it. It's get your front foot down, then everything will follow. You get into problems when you rotate before your front foot gets out, or you get too crazy at the ball because it looks big, and then we jump. So the drive to rotation is the most important. You have to sink it, and it's synced with your front foot. You got anything on that one?
No, I think you said it right.
Awesome.
That's the biggest thing.
So I got the next questions from Chase and Chloe. And by the way, Gab, good to see you again. Chase and Chloe are wondering, how hard should you go on an 8-year-old? I'm trying to figure out how much is too much, but he's a pretty tough kid.
He'll tell you. Just continually provide him opportunity. And then don't be aggro lawnmower parent. I call them lawnmower parents. They come in and they mow down any problem for little Johnny, right? Don't be that parent. Just sign him up for the camps, do all the stuff. He'll tell you whether he doesn't want to go, and you'll, as a parent, know whether he's just being lazy, and you got to give him a little push, or he's like, hey, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. So it's kind of a give and take.
All right,
this
cool.
is a guy right here that pushed. I mean, I pushed hard, but we've had Jordan since he was, a little guy, and I mean, he pushed. One of the hardest workers, he can tell you. And his dad's crazy, by the way. He's around here somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, I'll let you guys know for that question. Like, for me, I got a lot of hard. My dad was hard on me. That's the nicest thing I could say about him. But I would not be here today if it wasn't for that man. My dad's been awesome, and just for me, I finally realized he just cared. He cared. He wanted me to succeed not only as a baseball player, but as a human being. He just wanted what was best for me. And I think sometimes kids just don't see that, and they just, got to continue to remind them of that.
Speaking of the devil, there he is. He can't get out of the damn cage and throw flips. He's over there. Look at him. Look at JC. He's one of the best people that we have with Beal. He's been with us forever. He's supported us. He and I have butted heads many a times because, he's trying to learn. And, everybody's opinionated, and we just work through that. But bottom line is it's healthy debate. And that's the key when you're a parent. Make sure you have healthy debate with your coaches, not accusation or reactive debate, right? Because we're all human beings at the end of the day. But, yeah, there he is. Freaking mess over there. Absolute mess.
No problem, Jake. Okay, guys, so next question's from Roddy Jacks. He's asking, as a batter, what do you recommend for top hand and elbow position, high/middle, and why?
All right, so here's great question. Don't mess with your elbow position, your hand position, all of that. Get your lower half correct, and your hand position and your elbow position will actually follow. Because if you are balancing your lower half, the upper half where the bat is will automatically, subconsciously balance out where your lower half position is. If you try to move your upper half, then it gets your lower half out of sync, and then you have problems. So what I always do is I tell guys to sit here, close your eyes, feel good about where you're going to be. Not hitting-wise, but where do I feel most balanced? And for me, it's going to be right here, right? So, go back here. Yeah. So, I'm going to do it right here. So, I do this in big league camp, right? I just tell guys and I go, okay, you're having issues? Close your eyes, right? And they're like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I'm serious, all right? So, put the bat right here where you feel comfortable, where your feet, okay, boom. Now, move your hands around to where you feel most comfortable with that bat. Some guys might be here, some guys might be wrapped based upon how your body is. But also, once you're doing this, look at the pitcher. So for me, I'm going to be about right here, right? And this is where I feel most comfortable. Now, if you look at that, right, I'm going to stand up and look. If you look, right, I'll back up so you can see my feet. My feet are pretty close. We don't start wide, right? Wide is not balanced when you have forward movement. This is pretty balanced right here when you're going to go. Also with your barrel, you have to think about the barrel, right? Barrel, right? How are we going to balance the barrel? So if we have a high elbow, how are we balancing the barrel? Most likely it flattens the barrel. That's why you don't see high elbow guys like this, right? A lot of times it flattens the barrel. When we have low elbow guys and low hands guys, sometimes they're kind of flat, but they might wrap a little more. You see a lot of this action when they're low hands guys. It's wrapped more this way, and that might not necessarily be wrong. I mean, you got anything on that?
I think it's like you said in the beginning, it's a natural move. Don't overthink it, so to speak. There might be things down the way that you might want to change, but for the most part, like Jim said, it's natural. Whatever you have, that's what it's going to be. But if your lower half is off, I mean, it throws everything off. I mean, I 100% believe in that.
Here's the thing. Hit a like for us right now. If you're sick and tired of hitting guys that you have or that you see or the hitting industry telling you it's cookie cutter and this is how you do it without even seeing you, right? I get so sick and tired of seeing these seeing lessons where these guys come in, hitters come in, and they change it before you even start, or pitchers, right? It's like, how do you not know that works for that guy, right? Because he's smaller, like me. You might have a bigger guy. You might have a guy with more expertise or experience. You might have a guy who's working more on power, or maybe there's a little injury, or he's left foot dominant. There's so many things, and that's why you have to really think about lower half balance. Don't worry about the upper half so much. You take care of the lower half. The upper half follows that. If I have a good lower half, my upper half's not going to be like this, people, right? I'm not going to sit here if I have a good lower half and all of a sudden just start doing some crazy stuff or rapping. As long as I have a good loadout, my upper half and swing follow. Am I right?
Yeah. Your hands naturally just going in the slot.
Yeah.
Because you're going to, what are you trying to do with the ball in the air? So at some point, you'll finally be like, okay, I got to go swing, so you'll rotate the baseball. And if everything lower half matched up, you're on time, you do the correct moves, the linear movement's correct. Like Jim said, everything will just naturally follow itself.
All right, next question, guys.
All right, got 2 questions right now. We're going to hit up Jake Fonz's question first. Roddy said thank you, and so did Chloe, by the way, and Chase. Jake was asking, in your opinion, what strengthening can help your hitting the most? Upper half or lower half training?
Lower half. Your upper half a lot of times will bind you. You have to be strong. You've got to have juice there. But I would say, give me big daddy forearms. That's what we want. Big daddy forearms.
Show them the guns, dude.
There. Show them the guns, right? Big daddy forearms. Hey, I'm going to tell you another thing, right? I've never seen I've rarely seen a pro athlete with small calves. Calves are massive, right? I mean, because they're running, they're explosive. When you think about creating ground reaction force, you've got to have big push, and that's a lot to do with your calves. Obviously, we've got the 2-story butt, right? And we want to concentrate more on the back rather than the front, right? The decel, because baseball is actually a decel sport where the more that you can decel, the more your body will allow you to excel. That's why they always talk about work on the back, right? Work on the back. So use the lower half. That's key, right? When I go into big league clubhouses, and you're in a pro clubhouse, back in the day, man, when we do hack squat or like squats, I mean, everybody's squatting 2 plates. I mean, there's certain levels of strength that you just have to have, right? So there are thresholds. And so if you can be a beast, then that's what I would say. Be a beast.
Just be strong in everything.
Like slanted forehead, back of the neck looks like a package of hot dogs. Drag your knuckles.
Be strong.
Yeah.
Be athletic strong. Don't be bodybuilder, can't move strong either. Right? Be explosive. Be able to jump.
If you have a lot of hair starting to grow in different places that shouldn't, then you're probably on the right track. You're like becoming animalistic.
Oh, yeah.
What else you got?
So we got 2 more questions. This one's from Beeler Pro Baseball, New Jersey.
This guy